Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. And today's video is when you go missing for years. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. The world had moved on, or at least it tried to. Years. That's how long it had been since you vanished. A hero on a mission, a lover in their arms. The search had been relentless at first, a desperate, frantic scramble to find any trace. Bakugo had torn apart, villains, snarled at every dead end, his explosions echoing the fury in his chest. Kirishima had pushed through patrols, his hardened skin a poor shield against the fear in him. Then, the messages from the agency stopped. The official pronouncements grew grim. Eventually, everyone else gave up. Not them, though. Never them. They were in their shared apartment, the one that you'd picked out, the one still filled with your presence. Bakugo was sprawled on the couch, scrolling through old hero footage, his face a mask of practiced indifference that fooled no one. Kirishima was in the kitchen, cleaning, though the dishes were already spotless. The silence was heavy, punctuated only by the hum of the refrigerator and the faint crackle of Bakugo's quirk as he absently flared at. Then the doorbell rang. It wasn't the usual cheerful chime. It was hesitant, almost timid. Kirishima glanced at Bakugo, a question in his eyes. Bakugo just grunted, not moving. Kirishima decided to open the door himself, and his breath hitched. He stood there, not the you they remembered, exactly. Your clothes were torn, dirty, and a few sizes too big, hanging loosely on a frame that was too thin. Your hair was much longer, wilder, and your eyes held a depth they hadn't seen before. But it was still you. Kirishima. Your voice was raspy, unsure. His hand flew to his mouth, eyes wide and glistening. Wyan, he whispered, as if saying it too loud would make you disappear again. Bakugo, hearing the sheer disbelief and tremor in Kirishima's voice, was off the couch in a flash. He pushed past Kirishima, his own eyes locking onto your face. For a moment he just stared, his fierce gaze searching for any trick, any illusion. His usual snarl was absent, replaced by a raw vulnerability that rarely surfaced. The hell? Is this some kind of sick joke? He growled, but the tremor in his voice betrayed him. He offered a weak, tired smile. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot. I was able to make it back, though. Kirishima was the first to move. He surged forward, engulfing you in a hug that was so tight it almost knocked the wind out of you. Wyan, you're really here. You're actually alive. His voice cracked, and you felt the wetness of his tears soaking into your shoulder. Bakugo stood frozen, watching, a mix of emotions wearing on his face. He wanted to yell at you, to demand answers, to pull you into his own crushing embrace, but something held him back. Fear, disbelief, or maybe just the sheer magnitude of the moment. Where the hell have you been? He finally burst out, his voice thick with unspent anger and relief. Do you have any freaking idea what we've been through? He pulled back slightly from Kirishima, looking at Bakugo. I know, Katsuki. I was trapped, okay? Far away, and I wasn't able to get back. He reached a hand out towards him, hesitating. He flinched back at first, a defensive reflex, and then his gaze softened just a fraction. He took a shaky step forward, then another, until he was close enough to touch you. His large hands cupped your face, his thumbs gently stroking your cheekbones. His eyes, usually so sharp and aggressive, were pools of soft emotions. You look like hell, he murmured, his voice surprisingly soft. Because I feel like it, you admit, a small genuine laugh escaping your lips. But I'm here, with you, both of you. Kirishima, still clinging to your arm, wiped his eyes with the back of his hand. We never stopped looking, Wayan. We never gave up. Bakugo let out a shaky breath, his grip tightening on your face, before he finally pulled you into a hug, almost as fierce as Kirishima's, but with a different kind of intensity. It was desperate, possessive, as if he feared you might disappear again if he let go. You could feel the tremor in his body, the rapid beating of his heart against yours. You're not leaving again, he muttered into your hair, his voice raw. Never, you hear me, you idiot. He buried your face in his shoulder, the familiar scent of smoke and spice, a balm to your weary soul. I hear you, Katsuki, I promise. Kirishima wrapped an arm around you, pulling you into an embrace. Let's get you inside. You must be starving and exhausted. We have so much to talk about. As they led you into the apartment, the weight of years of loneliness, fear, and grief began to lift. It wouldn't be easy. There were scars and a new future to build, but you were home and safe. And you were back in the arms of the two men who had never stopped waiting. Just don't disappear on me again, Wayan, Kirishima said, his voice still a bit wobbly, as he gently guided you to the couch. My heart can't take it, okay? You looked at both of them, at the worry that was still etched on their faces, the lingering pain in their eyes, and the love that shone through. I won't, I promise. Kirishima reached out, taking your hand and squeezing it gently, sitting on your side. Bakugo, seeing the gesture, straightened up from the doorframe and moved to the other side of the couch, settling down close. He didn't take your hand, but his shoulder pressed against yours, a silent and anchoring presence. The apartment, once filled with the ghosts of your absence, now hummed with a renewed fragile hope. The years apart had left their mark on them, and you, but surrounded by the love, you knew you weren't facing it alone. You were finally home, and they were finally complete. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.